the Hitman Hart. This meteoric rise, 2 WWE championships, a WWE Tag Team Championship, victory over the era's Titans.
I'm named after my uncle. I carry it with like so much pride and weight on my shoulders just because of like what he's done for this business and like who he is as a person too. It's a cool middle name to have, man. I represent it with the pride, man, that I have. Hopefully, man, I'm making him proud by doing that.
The manner in which Yokozuna melded, but moving slow. Yokozuna broke the mold, punishing opponents with super kicks, uranagis, leg drops, and of course, his devastating banzai drop. A maneuver so effective that once it had connected, nobody kicked out of it. Nobody.
Rodney was a very unique talent. I think the way he was able to handle all the pressure, it was kind of parallel to how he was in the ring. For someone to be so big and to be so nimble, you just don't see that very often. Rodney was one of those first solo guys, singles competitor guys that was able to go out there and really just make waves, make a big splash. I mean, pun intended, I guess. You know, that fool jumped in the pool, he'd knock out all the water, and that's the way it felt sometimes. He would go into those arenas and just suck in all the energy and be able to give it back. So when I look at Rodney, I see someone very similar to me, someone who understands the top, the very, very top of the game, the top position, and everything that goes along with it.
In a career filled with so many highlight reel moments, perhaps nothing stands out more than when Yokozuna faced and defeated the so-called immortal Hulk Hogan at the first King of the Ring event in 1993. Looking to humiliate Hogan after the Hulkster stole Yokozuna's WWE Championship only 2 minutes after Yokozuna defeated Bret Hart for the title months earlier at WrestleMania 9, Yokozuna entered the ring totally focused on the task at hand. And on that night, he not only got revenge, but his victory would send Yokozuna had indeed killed Hulkamania. Now, you get to possess the power of the mighty Yokozuna and deal out punishment to Hulk Hogan to walk out of the King of the Ring, a two-time WWE champion. Showcase the ability and the agility that made Yokozuna a Hall of Fame performer and take Hulkamania down. Banzai.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an event of international magnitude. Photographers from around the world as they are documenting Yokozuna's every move.
Coming down the aisle with Mr. Fuji.
Listen to this. What a phenomenal ovation for the WWE Champion.
His opponent coming down the aisle with his manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. From Venice Beach, California, weighing in 302 pounds, the WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan!
A title coveted by legends and hungry young talent alike.
Michael Cole emanating from King of the Ring 1993 alongside Corey Graves and Byron Saxton, where Yokozuna hopes to regain the WWE Championship he lost in record time to Hulk Hogan.
Both men coming in with so much to prove. Hogan wants to prove his controversial WrestleMania win with no fluke. And he's also promised to finally slam the 550-pound giant right through the ring.
Yokozuna wants to erase the memory of his initial title reign that lasted mere seconds. He knows that a fresh Yokozuna can beat a fresh Hulk Hogan, and tonight is the chance to prove it.
This is an event of international magnitude. Byron, photographers from around the world, including a large contingent from Japan, are documenting Yokozuna's every move.
A lot of pressure on the former champion. There is no way Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna can return to Japan and lose face. And the Hulkster may have some self-imposed.
These two trading one more after another. He finds a counter. Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs. Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
And Yokozuna just loves backing Hogan into a corner with this relentless domination of the champion.
And Mr. Fuji looking on with much approval. There's no mistaking what that sinister smile of his means.
Hulk Hogan, a five-time champion now. This is his first title defense.
The Hulkster has spent the last 2 months in Hollywood due to prior commitments, but you've got to understand that Hulk never expected to be WWE champion coming out of WrestleMania. Well, now that Hogan has emerged from his paradise, the gravity of this situation with Yokozuna is going to hit him like thunder.
We know each man's strategy coming in. Yokozuna has added 50 pounds to his frame since wrestling. Playing possum! Shoulders down! Raising the arm before one.
It is going to take a lot more to keep him down.
Nice side headlock applied. Oh, jeez. Good measure.
You know, Hogan slimming down may have an adverse side effect. Yokozuna can wrench those holds in around the Hulkster's waist now. Oh, the waist and chest maybe a little bit from the top. Double axe handle connects.
Pin attempt by the champion. No, shoulders up at 2.
He thought he had it.
Still fighting back. Look at him go.
Oh, no. Waistlock applied. Counted into a nice arm drag. He inverts the offense. Oh, the power of Hogan.
The bear hug, the 24-inch pump. The bear hug. And a way to get out of it is being on display right here. Simple waistlock, but able to block into an arm drag. Can we talk about Yokozuna? There's the pin for the championship. No, title still hangs in the balance.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down? Ooh! Oh!
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Elbow drops to the solar plexus.
Straight to the face to finish it off. Hogan here asserting dominance.
Hogan fighting with purpose right now, looking to prove his title win was no fluke.
Release back suplex. Coming back from the outside now. We'll get you out of it.
That might be enough. Yes, it is. Hogan looking to roll a boom by Yokozuna.
As we get deep into this match, you have to be impressed by him.
Got the cover. Looking to hang on to the
boom slam by Hulk. Leg drop from Hulk Hogan.
This might be it. The champ might keep it here.
There's 2.
And the Hulkster just slayed the biggest giant ever.
WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan wanted this match, got in the best shape of his life, and did what many people said was impossible
Michael Cole emanating from King of the Ring 1993 alongside Corey Graves and Byron Saxton, where Yokozuna hopes to regain the WWE Championship he lost in record time to Hulk Hogan.
Both men coming in with so much to prove. Hogan wants to prove his controversial WrestleMania win was no fluke. And he's also promised to finally slam the 550-pound giant right through the ring.
Yokozuna wants to erase the memory of his initial title reign that lasted mere seconds. He knows that a fresh Yokozuna can beat a fresh Hulk Hogan, and tonight is the chance to prove it.
Hulk Hogan, a 5-time champion now. This is his first title defense.
The Hulkster has spent the last 2 months in Hollywood due to prior commitments, but you've got to understand that Hulk never expected to be WWE Champion coming out of WrestleMania.
Well, now that Hogan has emerged from his paradise, the gravity of this situation with Yokozuna is going to hit him like thunder.
Momentum is really on Yokozuna's side.
Yokozuna taking the fight to Hulk Hogan. The Hulkster's rocked. We know the sold-out crowd here in Dayton is firmly behind the Hulkster. Hogan is relying on the fans. He wants to hear them cheer. He wants to draw strength from all of them.
But Yokozuna is completely focused. He has not taken his eyes off Hogan since the bell rang. He is ready, believe me.
Some folks thought Bret Hart should have had this rematch against Hogan, but the president of WWE has made the controversial decision to give Yokozuna the title match.
Indeed, there will be no rematch for Bret, who, I might add, lost the title after Mr. Fuji interfered on Yokozuna's behalf. Instead, he was given an automatic entry into tonight's King of the Ring tournament.
The Hitman has certainly capitalized on that opportunity, already defeating Razor Ramon and Mr. Perfect tonight. Now, can he finish the job in the main event and win the King of the Ring?
An overbearing assault on Hogan now.
Yokozuna making Hogan regret wanting this match. I love it.
Caught in a bad spot. This is an event of international magnitude. Byron, photographers from around the world, including a large contingent from Japan, are documenting Yokozuna's every move.
A lot of pressure on the former champion. There is no way Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna can return to Japan and lose face.
And the Hulkster may have some self-imposed pressure. He not only wants to win, he stated that he wants to pick up the 550-pound Yokozuna and slam the Giant's carcass through the ring.
And Yokozuna just loves backing Hogan into a corner like this. Relentless domination of the champion.
And Mr. Fuji looking on with much approval. There's no mistaking what that sinister smile of his means.
Cuts the attack off.
You know, Hogan slimming down may have an adverse side effect. Yokozuna can wrench those holds in around the Hulkster's waist now.
Oh, the waist and chest may be a little bit smaller, Corey, but you better believe the 24-inch pythons have not changed shape whatsoever. Oh, no. Bear hug applied. This is not good.
Bear hug! Well-placed elbow. We'll get you out of it.
That might be enough. Yes, it is. Ooh. With a DDT. Oh, right in the arm. Getting out of harm's way.
Rapid fire Samoan drop. And gentlemen, Yokozuna may be but one. Yoko now. Belly-to-belly slam.
That's got to be the end of Hulkamania.
Jimmy Hart trying to rally. And a kick out by Hogan with authority.
Hulk Hogan's not done yet. Hulk Hogan is coming alive.
Yokozuna back to his feet. Big chop to Hogan. And Hogan's starting to hulk up here.
How many times have we seen this over the years?
These massive strikes from Yokozuna having absolutely no effect on Hogan.
Hogan fired up. Hogan's ready to go.
Hogan feeding off the energy of all the Hulkamaniacs.
And here comes Hulk. And Yokozuna being backed up to the ropes. Big boot.
I can't believe Yokozuna's still standing.
Hogan continuing to pour on the offense.
Keep swinging, keep firing away.
That boot, Yoko staggering,
There we
and he's
go.
down.
Drop the leg, Hogan, drop the leg.
Hogan, leg drop. Here's the cover on Yoko, who kicked out of the leg drop.
What? Get Mr. Fuji out of there. Hogan feeding off the energy. Whoa, wait a minute. What is that photographer doing on the apron? There's a match going on. What the heck?
What was that?
What in the world just happened here? Hitting the ropes.
A big leg drop by Yoko.
Yokozuna demonstrating his full power. Hogan's in trouble. And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Yokozuna gets reversed.
Chess match of counters and reversals happening here. So great. Hogan out of the way in time.
Yokozuna saw it coming. Hooked up. Nothing fancy there. Spinning your mountain.
What a measure.
Kick right to the gut. High level of offense on display from Yokozuna.
Yokozuna is absolutely unloading here. Oh, he slips out of it.
Roll up here. Kick out just before two.
He's still got life in this matchup. Positioning the arm, big leg drop.
Ooh, great anticipation. Placed against the turnbuckles. Bang! Crucial counter there. Just like that. Sent out of the ring. And he's going to the top. Perched up top.
The air time, the fearlessness. What a ridiculous maneuver to the outside.
Going his aggression, just pure brutality.
Not easy.
Quite the battle brewing here between Hogan and Yokozuna.
This is exactly what the crowd wanted to see back at WrestleMania.
And gets tossed back into the mat. Yokozuna gets countered.
Counters on top of counters, and these opponents are at impacts. Then a thunderous forearm to follow. Hulk Hogan, Yokozuna. The Hulkster with a body slam. We know what comes next. The leg drop. Will the champ make that pay off? Oh, this could be over.
There's two. Hogan did it. He's still the WWE Champion.
And the Hulkster just slayed the biggest giant ever.
WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan!
Hulk Hogan wanted this match, got in the best shape of his life, and did what many people said was impossible in slaying Yokozuna. Way to go, Hulkster.
Michael Cole alongside Byron Saxton and Corey Graves, emanating from King of the Ring. 1993. Yokozuna is fuming over his embarrassing WrestleMania loss to Hulk Hogan. Now, Yokozuna has vowed to reclaim the WWE Championship and wipe Hulkamania off the map.
Indeed, the last time these two shared a ring, it was disastrous for Yokozuna. Mr. Fuji issued a challenge to Hogan on behalf of his client. And 22 seconds later, Hogan was the new WWE Champion.
But that night was mired in controversy as Yokozuna had just been to battle with Bret Hart to win the title. This is going to answer a lot of questions from WrestleMania 9. This is Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan, and we're going to find out who's the true champion.
Hulk Hogan, a 5-time champion now. This is his first title defense.
The Hulkster spent the last 2 months in Hollywood due to prior commitments, but you've got to understand that Hulk never expected to be WWE Champion coming out of WrestleMania.
Well, now that Hogan has emerged from his paradise, the gravity of this situation with Yokozuna is going to hit him like thunder.
We know the sold-out crowd here in Dayton is firmly behind the Hulkster. Hogan is relying on
hit hard and straight into the pin.
2. Now kicks out in time.
He actually got pretty far there for such an early pin.
Wicked punch.
He's in a bad way, but still has something left in the tank.
That'll knock the wind out of him. Had it scouted. Now can capitalize.
Some folks thought Bret Hart should have won this rematch against Hogan, but the president of WWE has made the controversial decision to give Yokozuna the title match.
Indeed, there will be no rematch for Bret, who, I might add, lost the title after Mr. Fuji interfered on Yokozuna's behalf. Instead, he was given an automatic entry into tonight's King of the Ring tournament.
The Hitman has certainly capitalized on that opportunity, already defeating Razor Ramon and Mr. Perfect tonight. Now, can he finish the job in the main event and win the King of the Ring?
Yokozuna turning up the intimidation factor.
He'll make his way to the ring.
Lariat! Good Lord, that was nasty. Still so much more action to come after this amazing matchup. Of course, we have the King of the Ring finals later, but before then, there will be an 8-man tag team match with the Steiner brothers and the Head Shrinkers on opposite sides.
You want to talk about unfinished business from WrestleMania? Those two teams went to war back in Vegas, and I expect even more hard hits here tonight. A brick wall running into you.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Knees up, just in time. Exactly what he planned to do to wear down the big man.
Hogan's offense gets foiled.
You know, Hogan slimming down may have an adverse side effect. Yokozuna can wrench those holds in around the Hulkster's waist now.
Well, the waist and chest may be a little bit smaller, Corey, but you better believe the 24-inch pythons have not changed shape whatsoever.
And those pythons are primed to pick up the 550-pound monster and slam him through the mat. Big reversal from the Hulkster.
Like a brick wall running into you.
Yokozuna able to avert that.
And the pitch.
Taking aim on the arm.
You can see Mr. Fuji at ringside. He's shown he will do anything to earn his client the win.
Indeed he has, but he might actually reign.
No, bear hug of pride. This is not good for the Hulk.
Furiously trying to fight his way out of the bear hug. Can he do it? Yes!
Oh, he fends that off. Like a brick wall running into you. And gentlemen, Yokozuna may be but one move away from ending Hulkamania.
The camera lights are flashing. Yokozuna is so close to regaining the title. And the pitch. Looking to seal the deal, guys.
Kicks out at just one.
Still has enough energy for the simple kick out.
Hogan just squeezing the life out of his opponent with those 24-inch pythons. This
bear hug. Well-placed elbow will get you out of it.
That might be enough. Yes, it is. There's a slam. We know what comes next.
The big leg drop.
Champ close to ending it here.
Cashing in on that effort.
And a kick out. What on earth?
I'm absolutely stunned. A display of near superhuman resilience.
After seeing that, it's hard to imagine what it's going to take to keep this competitor down.
And Hogan's flabbergasted. He's put legends away with that very same move, but not that time. And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count.
He quickly slides into the ring. Yoko now. Belly-to-belly slam.
That's got to be the end of Hulkamania.
Jimmy Hart trying to rally. And a kick out by Hogan with authority.
Hulk Hogan's not done yet. Hulk Hogan is coming alive.
Yokozuna back to his feet. Big chop to Hogan. And Hogan's starting to hulk up here.
How many times have we seen this over the years?
These massive strikes from Yokozuna having absolutely no effect on Hogan.
Hogan fired up. Hogan's ready to go.
Hogan feeding off the energy of all the Hulkamaniacs.
And here comes Hulk. And Yokozuna being backed up to the ropes. Big boot.
I can't believe Yokozuna's still standing.
Hogan continuing to pour on the offense. A second big boot, but Yoko still on his feet.
Don't let up, Hulkster. Keep swinging, keep firing away.
That boot, Yoko staggering, stunned, and he's down.
Drop the leg, Hogan. Drop the leg.
Hogan, leg drop. Here's the cover on Yoko, who kicked out the leg drop.
What? Get Mr. Fuji out of there. Hogan feeding off the energy. Wait a minute. What is that photographer doing on the apron?
There's a match going on. What the heck?
What was that?
What in the world just happened here?
Oh, no. Strongest flag.
Yokozuna demonstrating his full power. Hogan's in trouble.
Just squashing their opponent. Attacks like that are why Yokozuna elicits such fear in his opponents. Oh, gets out of that by using a jawbreaker.
Being set up in the corner for something.
Stops that offense from connecting.
The wind up. And the pitch.
For the title. Hogan did it. He's still the WWE champion.
And the Hulkster just slayed the biggest giant ever.
WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan!
In a family that specialized in brute.
You win this title, you are a top.
Michael Cole alongside Byron Saxton and Corey Graves, emanating from King of the Ring, 1993. Yokozuna is fuming over his embarrassing WrestleMania loss to Hulk Hogan. Now, Yokozuna has vowed to reclaim the WWE Championship and wipe Hulkamania off the map.
Indeed, the last time these two shared a ring, it was disastrous for Yokozuna. Mr. Fuji issued a challenge to Hogan on behalf of his client. And 22 seconds later, Hogan was the new WWE champion.
But that night was mired in controversy as Yokozuna had just been to battle with Bret Hart to win the title. This is going to answer a lot of questions from WrestleMania 9. This is Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan, and we're going to find out who's the true champion.
Some folks thought Bret Hart should have had this rematch against Hogan, but the president of WWE has made the controversial decision to give Yokozuna the title match.
Indeed, there will be no rematch for Bret, who, I might add, lost the title after Mr. Fuji interfered on Yokozuna's behalf. Instead, he was given an automatic entry into tonight's King of the Ring tournament.
The Hitman has certainly capitalized on that opportunity, already defeating Razor Ramon and Mr. Perfect tonight. Now, can he finish the job in the main event and win the King of the Ring?
Oh no, bear hug applied. This is not good for
Bear hug, and a way to get out of it is being on display right here. Bombastic claims coming out of both camps coming into this one, gentlemen.
Hogan has claimed in interviews that he will slam Yokozuna's carcass straight through the ring so hard that it will cause a worldwide earthquake.
Meanwhile, Yokozuna has kept his comments brief, saying, quote, Hulkamania will die. Hogan, you're going down.
We'll see which man's predictions come to fruition as this match rolls on. Uh-oh. And now heading back inside the ring. Yoko now. Belly-to-belly slam.
That's good.
Oh, no. A big splash.
Yokozuna demonstrating his full power. Hogan's in trouble.
Oh, that hurt. What a counter.
Crash landing.
Shoulder tackle. The champion into the pin. Oh, I thought the champ had it.
Almost inhuman at this point.
Headed to the outside.
But for what reason?
Lariat.
Good Lord.
That was nasty.
Yokozuna engaging in warfare with the Hulkster. The Giant knows this may be his last chance at the WWE Championship.
Clothesline.
Boom.
Hip drop.
I've been waiting to see that.
Oh, he's about to Hulk up. Hogan back on his feet. Here comes Hulk Hogan. What are you going to do? 3 punches. Hogan going to send his opponent across the ring. Big boot. Leg drop. The wind up. And the pitch. Uppercut.
The Hulkster picking his spots and targeting Yokozuna. Exactly what he planned to do to wear down the big man. Yokozuna on the move. Devastating leg drop. Tremendous athleticism from Yokozuna.
Unique as they come, they broke the mold with him, Saxton. Just a beat down.
Quite the battle brewing here between Hogan and Yokozuna.
This is exactly what the crowd wanted to see back at WrestleMania.
Dropping the bow. Hogan looking to end this. Leg drop.
Perfect execution by the champion, turning it into the pin.
What? You've got to be kidding me.
What? What just... I can't.
And into the
Agreed,
crowd.
Saxton. Looks like there's no limit to how much damage this superstar can absorb.
Hogan's got to be looking deep in himself, asking what will it take to get that 3 count.
Oh my! Discus punch.
Hogan's hanging in there, bringing the fight to Yokozuna.
As we've seen so often in the past, Hogan is ready for any giant.
Being placed in the corner here.
Dragging his opponent out of the corner and a thunderous headbutt from Yoko.
It is only going to get worse for the opponent of Yokozuna. From the middle rope.
Bonsai drop. The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
Kick out, kick out. The champion stays alive.
I can't believe it. We were a second
become a new champion. Are we close to the start of a new reign?
I don't think anyone inside this building was expecting a kick out after that move from Yokozuna.
Oh my gosh, with one hand. Hulk Hogan, Yokozuna, two jump.
Here's the pin. Title could be decided. Oh, the champ narrowly kicks out.
You see the look on the challenger's face. So close to becoming champion, but the champ won't stay down. He gets out of the way. Oh, Lord. What contact. Saw what was coming and got out of dodge quick.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count. Oh, that got turned around on Yokozuna. Well, that opens the door for Hogan. What a punch.
That's how you stop your opponent.
So much torque on the knee and ankle. He's got to make some moves here or suffer the count out.
And he slides him back to the mat.
He beats the count. Barely. Boom, right across the small of the back.
From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash. Come on, we can have a new champion. No, stops the count at 2.
This is what champions are made of. Always finding that deepest ounce of willpower, that final drop of fuel in the reserve. An elusive Yokozuna then. I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here. No idea where this one's heading.
Someone hold the roof down because I think it's coming off the hinges.
What an atmosphere. An insane amount of adrenaline must be coursing through these competitors' veins.
Oh, clothesline. Yoko says this one's over.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ. And Yokozuna is once again champion.
I can't believe it.
The winner of this bout and new WWE Champion, Yokozuna.
We have the official word. Yokozuna is indeed the new WWE Champion. We may have just witnessed the end of Hulkamania, gentlemen.
There's no may about it, Cole. Yokozuna just conquered Hogan, and every newspaper in Japan is going to be filled with pictures of our new WWE Champion.
Here in the heartland of America, the heart of Hulkamania has just stopped beating.
Our next chapter sees the showcase spotlight shine on an area in which the family built their legacy: tag team wrestling. Starting with the wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, all the way through to more recent champions like the Usos or Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. This dynasty has always excelled in tag team competition, consistently showing an ability to dominate the division with a wide variety of looks. And the first team that we will look at, accompanied to the ring by Afa himself.
Fatu and Samu, the Head Shrinkers.
They put the fear in people's hearts. That's what the Head Shrinkers did back in the day. Second to none in that ring. You know, hard-nosed, battle-tested. They went for it every single night.
More astute fans may also know that early in their journeys, Samu and Fatu were managed by me, Paul Heyman, then known as Paul E. Dangerously, and the SST, the Samoan SWAT team.
The Samoan SWAT team is here. Vengeance is mine.
Already an imposing force that early on, their future greatness was obvious to so many industry experts. Alpha, more than anybody, knew he had the team on his hands, with Samu being his son and Fatu his nephew. The tribal elder was able to mentor both, instilling in them the same unrelenting approach to competition that made the wild Samoans world famous. The team toured through regional promotions before a quick stop with me in WCW, but WWE was always their goal. Upon arrival, it was clear that the dynasty's next generation had indeed arrived, immediately drawing comparisons to their world-renowned predecessors. 10 years before it became cool to say, Samu and Fatu displayed ruthless aggression in the ring, overwhelming opponents before the bell and continuing the non-stop attack until their hands were raised in victory. Deceptively agile for men of their size, they brutalized the opposition with devastating dives from the top rope. The duo would eventually go on to capture the WWE Tag Team Championships in the spring of 1994, fulfilling the promise and carrying the legacy to even greater heights. At WrestleMania 9, the Head Shrinkers' one and only in-ring WrestleMania appearance saw them taking on Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers.
Be prepared, Steiner brothers. We're gonna give you a pain that you have never felt before. Yeah!
While I'm not one to make excuses, I am one to give opportunities to you, our expert gaming member of the WWE Universe. And so, today, you have the opportunity to make things right. WrestleMania 9, Las Vegas, Nevada. The Steiners performed at a near-perfect level that day, able to find every reversal and in the chaos emerge victorious. We are asking you to fix that, stop them in their tracks, and get the Head Shrinkers that WrestleMania victory you and I both know they deserve. But if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself reliving the very same memories that have haunted Samu and Fatu for years. Steiner lines, suplexes, Frankensteiners that will all bring your evening to a vicious, miserable end.
One of the toughest teams in WWE history.
Nearly 600 pounds of pure savagery.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Alpha at a combined weight of 565 pounds. Samu and Fatu, the Head Shrinkers.
Fair warning, this one may not be too pretty, guys.
You talk about rugged individuals. These are two tag teams that can really bring the fight to anyone that steps in their path.
Dad.
The Steiner brothers getting a tremendous ovation here in their first WrestleMania, and we'll see if they can carry on Michigan's winning ways.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 531 pounds, Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers.
The Steiner brothers are one of the most promising tag teams we've ever seen in WWE.
But Samu and Fatu are looking to stomp out any of that promise right here at WrestleMania.
Let me warn the WWE Universe right now. This is going to be a brutal match. Just two heavy-hitting tag teams going at it. Physical, smash-mouth wrestling. And like Saxton said, it won't be pretty at all.
Big fight feel in Las Vegas as gladiators face off here at WrestleMania 9.
And we are watching four men who would have been right at home inside of a Roman Coliseum. The Head Shrinkers and the Steiners are ready for a true battle.
Both teams are relatively new to WWE, but we've seen that each duo is not afraid to get physical. Each side is looking for their first WrestleMania win, and they will do anything to earn it. The Head Shrinkers and Steiners are two of the brightest young teams in WWE, but they both come to the...
Got him the share of singles titles, too.
Meanwhile, Samu and Fatu were never quite able to break through before WWE. You know that has to serve as motivation for the Head Shrinkers tonight.
Rick gets that set right back to him. Placing him in the corner. Ooh, headbutt.
Nothing pretty about that.
Turns that in his favor. Bear hug. Squeezing the bear hug. And a way to get out of it is being on display right here. Ducked underneath.
German suplex turns the ties. There it is. He could end it here.
And a win for the Steiner brothers.
Here are your winners, Rick and...
Our next chapter.
WrestleMania 9 rolling on with a potential show-stealing match, guys. Two very hungry tag teams facing off.
Indeed, Michael, the Head Shrinkers and Steiner brothers are both new to the tag division in WWE, but both teams are off to an amazing start so far.
And you have to imagine whichever team wins this high-profile fight becomes an instant top contender for the Tag Team Championship. And with two teams this physical on such a big stage, it is indeed going to be a fight.
The Head Shrinkers accompanied at ringside by Alpha, but he's not the only tag team legend serving in a managerial role tonight.
That's right, Michael. Just like Alpha, Mr. Fuji earned many WWE tag titles as a wrestler. But now, he's hoping to lead Yokozuna to the WWE Championship.
And looking at all the top young talent in this ring, I see many other main event stars of the future that could follow the lineage of Yoko.
Oh, Samu is really displaying aggression.
The Head Shrinkers smartly keeping themselves out of the grasp of Rick and Scott Steiner.
There is a method to the madness of the Head Shrinkers.
Ooh, clothesline delivered.
There may be an abundance of togas in the arena today, but you're not going to see a lot of Greco-Roman wrestling out of the Head Shrinkers. They're just looking to hurt the Steiners.
And that actually may help Samu and Fatu here. The Steiner brothers have earned most of their wins by utilizing their amateur wrestling skill set. I can't imagine they'll get many grappling opportunities against dedicated brawlers like the Head Shrinkers. Sent to the corner.
WrestleMania 9 shaping up to be a big night in the tag division, guys.
Indeed it is, Michael. Two great young teams competing now. And later tonight, none other than Hulk Hogan will lead the Mega Maniacs against Money Inc. for the tag team titles.
Odds makers in Nevada have the smart money on Hulk Hogan leaving Vegas with the gold tonight.
Down on the windpipe. Effective counter. Clothesline.
Oh, my goodness. From the ground up. Into a power slam. I do not see this match going on much longer with too many more moves like that from them.
You have got to be in elite physical condition to pull off something like that.
The Head Shrinkers and Steiners are two of the brightest young teams in WWE, but they both come to this match with a few years of experience in WCW.
The Steiner brothers earned many tag accolades in WCW, but Rick and Scott have their share of singles titles too.
Meanwhile, Samu and Fatu were never quite able to break through before WWE. You know that has to serve as motivation for the Head Shrinkers tonight.
Boom,
decapitating clothesline in the corner. For the record, Saxton, you and I would never have that kind of chemistry.
Hey, I'd be a great teammate.
I've seen you trip over your own left foot. No, thank you. Steiner drawing a big reaction from the crowd. Big clothesline.
Samu and Fatu, already some success in the tag division tonight. Could really be their coming out party.
Well, they certainly have a tradition to uphold, Cole. The man in their corner, Alpha, has held the WWE tag titles on 3 occasions, and he's primed to bring the head shrinkers to the top as well.
Scott timed that one.
Oh, clothesline. Oh, man. Steiner cuts him off. Whipped in the hard way. I honestly can't believe we just saw a human being tossed like that.
Before this match began, you heard the Steiner speak backstage. Scott saying, quote, "Me and my brother are going to go out with a game plan and do what we do best, and that's wrestle."
That's all well and good for the Steiner brothers, but Alpha has gone on record saying that his men are looking to tear Rick and Scott's heads off.
Massive damage to the whole body.
And the tag's made.
Oh, man.
And there goes Steiner sent outside the ring.
Fatu like a one-man wrecking machine right now, cleaning house.
Oh, look at this, the power by Scott Steiner.
But the tag was made and Scott not aware.
Big kick.
Scott Steiner did not see the blind tag made by Samu.
Oh, this is not looking good for Steiner.
And this is what the head shrinkers do. Top-tier tag team wrestling. Steiner didn't see the tag, decided to hot dog around, and got a foot in the face for it.
As we find ourselves surrounded by all this pageantry, do you think either of these teams is feeling the pressure of their first WrestleMania?
I can tell you that Samu and Fatu truly did not care. Alpha has turned these men into brutal fighters who simply want to destroy their opponents no matter where the fight takes place.
And as for the Steiners, we know they have big match experience, tons of amateur championship bouts in college, and some of WCW's biggest events. But even those can't hold a candle to the spectacle of WrestleMania.
Face rake, this is nasty. And he's directed into the corner.
This superstar mowing their opponent. Look at this, from corner to corner. And we are really seeing the amazing skill sets of all 4 men in this tag team showcase.
Well, we already knew about the brawling of the head shrinkers and the grappling of the Steiners, but men as big as these 4 behemoths should not be able to fly around the ring like they have thus far.
It is made for an extremely tough act to follow, guys.
The double team headbutt. Wow.
Fatu is heading up top.
Lift off. Headbutt lands.
Clothesline. The WWE Universe is... pouring more
each other so well.
Uh-oh, has to find a way out of this. Directly into the cover.
The damage is done, giving a massive effort to overcome the pin attempt.
Double underhook. Driven down with a powerbomb.
Military press. Boom! And the scary thing is, these attacks are being done with great ease.
Each superstar trying to counter and gain an advantage. Getting him right.
Tags made. Steiner's looking to put their opponent away. Heading up now to the top rope. Here comes the classic move.
Steinerizer. Big move from the Steiners. Might just help things.
Tag. Double team coming. Oh, face first.
And the head shrinkers just might have it. Cover. We have a cover.
Reversal. And that turns things around.
Steiner absolutely not backing down.
The head shrinkers and the Steiners are engaged in an epic battle.
Both teams making the Roman gladiators proud.
All the way up. Backbreaker. Going up to the turnbuckle here.
Oh, look out. Oh, gosh. That looked like a bad landing.
Have you ever seen a human being tossed like that?
A narrow escape.
Uh-oh. Got the cover. This might be the end.
Kicks out.
Now is not the time to wallow in disbelief. Pressure must be kept on.
The head shrinkers, the Steiners, taking each other to the limit in the biggest match of their careers.
And this may just be the greatest tag match we've seen in nearly a decade.
Fatu hoping that this is the end. And the head shrinkers get the win.
Here are your winners, Samu and Fatu, the Head Shrinkers.
And what a huge win for the head shrinkers tonight.
Samu and Fatu making their family proud and proving themselves as top contenders in the tag division.
Hey, let's put this in the simplest of all terms. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the biggest celebrity on the face of the planet today. Now, whether he's a blue chipper, the people's champion, or as we know him right now, the final boss, The Rock has always commanded all of the attention in the arena since the very first moment he made his WWE debut at the 1996 Survivor Series. Born into this business, The Rock would become WWE's first ever third-generation superstar, following in the footsteps of his father and grandfather. Who had competed in WWE rings before him.
Dwayne had the huge responsibility. There's a legacy, and you have to take it so seriously.
Even with incredibly high expectations, the Great One, surpassed them all. Along with the usual achievements, if your name is The Rock, 2 Intercontinental Championships, 5 Tag Team Championships, 8 WWE Heavyweight Championships, a Royal Rumble victory, not even to forget the fact that The Rock once led an entire nation. The Rock has one of the more noteworthy feats in WWE history, earning WrestleMania victories over Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena. Each of these men are known as the faces of their respective era. Each of these men found out what happens when you go one-on-one. Oh, you know the rest. Of course, The Rock rivaled Stone Cold Steve Austin's popularity during the vaunted Attitude Era, tearing opponents down with rock bottoms and people's elbows while tearing them apart on the mic with cutting one-liners and catchphrases that are still recited to this day.
If you smell, know your role and shut your mouth.
He ended CM Punk's 434-day title reign as WWE Champion at the 2013 Royal Rumble as well, after having only competed twice over the previous 9 years, displaying the always-ready mentality and physical conditioning on which he has built his global brand. But you don't need me to rattle off The Rock's resume to you, now do you? Of course not. The man is an occasion unto himself. He has headlined the biggest events against WWE's most iconic superstars and has always found a way to, how does he put it? Layeth the smackdown on some jabroni's candy ass. I couldn't have said it better myself, although I think I may have just done that. But indeed, he has. On a Thursday night in February of 1997, The Rock, still known as Rocky Maivia, would find himself challenging for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Only a few months into his tenure, he would be matched up against a face that would ultimately become one of his most familiar and hated rivals, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Seemingly overmatched by a more seasoned opponent, a youthful Rock would demonstrate all the traits that have come to define him in the years since. Tenacity, high IQ, and that legendary Samoan strength to ultimately surprise Helmsley and kick off the first championship reign for Rocky Maivia. It would be the first step of a journey that has ultimately led The Rock into the pantheon of WWE's elite. So now it's all in your hands. It's up to you to showcase the undying drive that makes The Rock the hardest worker in the room to deliver a shocking upset against the Greenwich snob himself. Guide The Rock to victory over Triple H at a very special Thursday, Raw Thursday, to give the first jolts to what would become the most electrifying career in sports entertainment.
And here comes the #1 contender, at least for tonight, Rocky Maivia.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring is the challenger from the South Pacific, weighing in at 275 pounds, Rocky Maivia.
A blue chip talent with a bright future.
On his way to defend the Intercontinental Championship, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
his opponent, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 246 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Helmsley is scheduled to face another challenger at an upcoming show this Sunday, and he's taking the risk, stepping in here against a newcomer, Rocky Maivia.
Well, you can consider it risky, you can consider it overconfident, but any way you look at it, it's a dangerous move by Helmsley to take on an athlete who has been on a real roll. Rocky Maivia has been... Lots of competitors in the back dream for a shot at this title.
The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance. Tonight in a match between our refined champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger, Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third generation up-and-comer.
From behind, schoolboy. Shoulders down. For the win. Forces the shoulder up.
Too soon for a cover.
Ducks under. Go behind. Into a German suplex.
Before this match, I was talking to Helmsley, and he said he can beat the snot out of this Maivia kid in less than 10 minutes. In fact, he was showing me on his watch. Did you know he has a timepiece that costs $20,000?
And what he's looking for here looks like a potential submission maneuver. And yes, he's able to get out of this dire situation. Maivia with a nice turnaround.
We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidated.
And now headed to the outside. Crossface. Battling against the hold.
And rolls him off. Oh, man, meeting the barricade.
And watching from home is Rocky Johnson, the father of Rocky Maivia, former WWE Tag Team Champion.
I must admit, I do see a bright future for Maivia. Those that have been privileged enough to see Rocky Johnson in action will appreciate Rocky Maivia because he's a chip off the old block.
Notwithstanding as well, the genes of his grandfather, the incomparable Peter Maivia. Chief Maivia.
Oh, boy, they don't come any tougher than Peter Maivia.
Tossed back into the ring.
He doesn't have much time to get back in the ring.
And back in. He was dangerously close to being counted out in this one.
Clothesline.
Good Lord.
So effective. What a reversal. And we know Rocky doesn't have the same experience as Helmsley, and that could be a developing story as this match progresses.
And this is where an experienced wrestler like Helmsley can take a young wrestler and pick him apart, take advantage, capitalize, and win.
Ooh! Headed up to the top turnbuckle.
Oh, God.
And into the pin. Title on the line. Oh! He forces a break before the count of 2.
I think this match still has a ways to go.
Boom! And he retaliates.
And even before the bell rang tonight, I think Hunter Hearst Helmsley has been trying to frustrate Rocky. He's tried to say, hey, young fella, we're going to do things at my pace, not yours.
Rocky, the 6'5",
Up high.
big splash. Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all. Able to squeeze that shoulder out. So close.
Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm.
Looks like he knew what was coming up.
Raw drop kick.
And Rocky just taunting his opponent now.
I understand getting yourself fired up, but he needs to stay on his opponent. Hunter whipped into the corner, nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle and a big right hand. Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight. Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion. Almost daring Rocky, hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top, hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover, and Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia. Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed. This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup. I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anoa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler.
Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele.
We'll see which prevails tonight.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history.
Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
Countered into a new cover.
Beautiful.
Might sneak one. Hold it over, versus it. Shoulders down. And he gets the shoulder up.
He needs a little more than that to end things this early.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian. And the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anawai family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steele, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting.
Gradually getting closer and closer to the top.
From the top, series of counters here. Who will finally capitalize? Ooh, walloped by a huge club.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The Animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
Fist drop.
Well, George has certainly seen better days.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
Let's see if Maivia has an answer for the animal. You go up, you have to come down. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steel as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steel is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal. And gets sent right into the corner.
Clothesline in the corner. Ian Steel fending him off.
Oh, stomping away. Measuring him now, lining it up.
Mistake made by Steel. Peter Maivia very tough, but he... also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
Straight to the knee.
Being hobbled like that, something to keep an eye on. He answers right back.
Delivers the snapmare and drops the fist.
Boom! One step ahead there.
There's press, and what is happening right now? They're biting their opponent. They're just smashing their head in. What did they miss lunch or something?
This is disgusting. George Animal Steel is not.
He's got him down. This could be it.
Shoulders up.
These men knew this match was going to be hard-fought. The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Counters and counters. Each superstar looking dominant.
Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's got to hurt. Not looking good in this position.
Ooh, nasty shot to the throat.
George Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Big impact.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done. Jeez, driving headbutt.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Double axe handle. Boom. The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast. But he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity up here.
Peter Maivia has something brewing.
What a backbreaker. And George is laid out.
2. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Banzai Drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crowd already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Lyra Valkyria fancies herself a Morgan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around and decide who would live and who would die. And there will be a coronation taking. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax.
Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring. Oh, a brick wall running into you.
Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves.
Manages to slip out of the way.
Great power.
Oh, man. That looks like it hurts.
Oh. Big elbow drop.
And now thrown back into the ring.
Oh! Elbow drop.
She gets put in the corner. Nasty headbutt. In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second Queen of the Ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
But you've got to believe that Zelina will want a shot at whichever woman wins this. She beat the woman now known as Piper Niven that night, so you know Queen Zelina can strike down an enemy of any size.
Valkyria retaliates.
Boot to the gut will stop anyone in their tracks. Sidewalk slam.
And Lyra is brought to a disadvantage now.
And the irresistible force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
Well, if you're Lyra Valkyria, what do you do to pull off a massive upset tonight?
Well, Lyra's a technical wizard, Cole. In fact, from a technique perspective, she may actually have Nia Jax outgunned. And beyond relying on her technique, if I'm Lyra, I'm going to try to frustrate Nia. I don't know how possible that is, but if you frustrate Nia, she may make a crucial mistake.
So ruthless.
Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the irresistible force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match... progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now.
Nia is lighting up her opponent.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here.
Samoa drop.
Nia looking to end this thing. Crashing down.
Samoan drop.
Nia Jax is doing whatever she wants. Each Samoan... Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner. In the beginning, of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night. Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.